Shalom. Welcome to this week's Dvar Torah on Sedra Re'eh. One of the teenagers I am close with loves science fiction. More than science fiction, he loves imagining scenarios where science fiction comes to life. Recently, we shared a Shabbat meal together at my house, and we discussed recent innovations in technology and medicine, like driving a Google car on Shabbat, and their implications for the Torah-observant Jew. One fascinating area we discussed was human cloning. The benefit to human cloning would be to create a younger, exact replica of ourselves, and as our body begins to deteriorate, we would switch brains with the clone, thereby continuing our existence in a younger, healthier body. The thought is that we could extend our life by more than 100 years. I was curious about the clone's brain. If in fact this younger body is an exact replica of ourselves, wouldn't its consciousness be exactly the same as ours? This led us to a fascinating discussion on nature versus nurture. Scientists, psychologists, and sociologists have long debated if our surroundings create our character, or are we born with certain proclivities towards certain behaviors. While I won't solve this age-old question in this Dvar Torah, I will show how in this week's Sedra, the Torah emphasizes the role our parents' nurturing plays in our relationship with Hashem. I'll show how Maimonides felt that while we are born with certain leanings, those around us have the most influence on our behavior. Of course, the discussion of nature versus nurture would be incomplete without mentioning that our faculty of free choice allows us to behave in the way that we choose. I hope this Torah helps the reader actualize their ability to choose their own behavior and instills in parents the awareness of the effect that they can have on their children. Maimonides writes, "Some traits man has from birth, some he may have learned from others, or turned to them on his own. In qualifying these remarks, he adds, it is natural for a man's character and actions to be influenced by his friends and associates, and for him to follow the local norms of behavior. Therefore, he should ensure that he associates himself solely with righteous people." It is clear from Maimonides' words that he feels we are born with a disposition to certain behaviors, but we can augment those leanings by surrounding ourselves with those that will inspire us to be better people. Parents in particular need to be aware of the role they play in developing their children's character. In our section, the Torah states, "Keep all these words that I command you, that it may benefit you and your children after you forever, when you do what is good and proper in the eyes of the Lord Hashem your God." In his commentary, Rashi states that this pasuk adjures us to study Mishnah, for only when one is knowledgeable can they observe the mitzvos. Using Rashi's explanation, our pasuk is confusing, for how can my study lead to my children's well-being? When my oldest daughter Avigail was born, the recently deceased Rosh Yeshiva of the Mir, Rav Nosson Tzvi Finkel Zatzal, advised me to ensure Avigail saw me studying Torah. "In seeing you," he explained, "your daughter will come to view Torah learning as an essential value for a Jewish home. When we study Torah, our children see this and incorporate Torah into their lives. As they study Torah, they merit divine providence, and as our pasuk states, they will experience the blessings of God." Shabbat Shalom.